Oceans of Sand. And it's inspired by and dedicated to Simon Shaheen, Kulthum, Robert Mirabal, Elmaz Abineda, Hamza al-Din Nawal, Bill Lowe, Renda David, Rajamani, Yael Dalal, Jewel Parker Rhodes, Rabi Abu Khalil, Valentina Tijerina, Ahmed Abdul Malik, Melanie Demore, Hafez and Yagane Modezadeh, Waris Diri, Gibran, Dr. Carlton Hester, and Nusrat Fatih Ali Khan, Oceans of Sand. There was no life in the land of the sand until you walked in. No, you did not walk in, you arrived. Your presence, elegant air of royalty, a radiant bronze masterpiece. You were the unsung melody, moved like a poem. You are a magnificent work of art, a whole new kind of graceful, tornado strong yet humble, smelling sweet like frankincense, wrapped in henna-painted power, a power way beyond New Age constraints or the limits of time. Thousands and thousands and thousands of years in your walk, the theater of your eyes black and wild and peaceful and diverse as nomadic Tuareg, or Tibet or Somalia or Marrakesh, indescribably awe-inspiring nights in the ancient kingdom of Kush, whose massive army was always watched over by the light of millions of seemingly tireless guardian stars always on guard. I could see the majesty of the desert in your eyes, a living, never sleeping desert alive in your eyes, an ocean of sand that doesn't know how to be still, a Pueblo, Indian, Persian, Mongolian, African, Falasha, Bedouin, Mexican, Lebanese, Romani of the Kalahari, Rajasthani, Palestinian, feasting on figs from the tree of life in the Garden of Eden, unending crowds of international miracle seekers in search of salvation, still trying to find some begged-out genie hiding inside Aladdin's lamp, refusing to see the oceans of sand are wise, and the genie has retired and his friends are all on strike, and there is no free magic carpet ride. The desert is a mama, and she never sleeps. It's in your eyes. Land of sand, womb of prophets, Nawa trance, Roma dance, a purification of Navajo fire, Tuva chants, the excitement of powwows, nopales con huevos and fried bread, your eyes bottomless, endless black pools full of sacred pride and ecstatic joy, a gentle calm, a fierce beauty, a smoldering sadness, a very different but strangely familiar rhythms, modern ancient songs, mystic Dalit visions, cosmic fragrant patterns. It's alive. Feel the life. Why do so many fools refuse to see the life, the romance behind screens of olive trees, and all the forbidden glances hidden from the watchful eyes of the old protective parents with other plans for the hands of their disinterested daughters? It's alive in blooming mesquite trees, the unmistakable aroma of sagebrush, sly coyotes, and the terrifying, beautiful precision in a ballet of dust devils. Little twisters spinning, whirling inside the many sides of your being. You make me feel the desert. You pull me inside the logic and confusion of the sandstorm in your eyes. Land of sand. Land of extremes, land of starving families and wealthy sheiks, of exquisite feasts of couscous, dates, goat's meat, and mint tea, sad eyes displaced kangaroos with stomachs full of dreams, veils and land of veils, burkas and bandit queens, hereditary harems and belly dancing, shrewd, aggressive market women, and the undisputed divas of wheel and deal, and happily silent, submissive matriarchs. Submissive matriarchs covered from head to feet, land of sand, land of extremes, generations of warlords sworn to the sword, living right down the road from generations of folks who can't even conceive of hurting the deadly scorpion or swatting a flea. Quiet, extremely pious, gigantic walled cities and festive Berber camps, secure on strong backs of camels and elephants strolling through windstorms, secret whispers, stolen kisses from runaway princes who reject tradition and slip into the night with their lovers and mistresses like cactus flowers that run from the sun. And stories that ride on the wind about women who would rather be turned into pillars of stone than spend the rest of their lives as unhappy wives, and nights full of fancy dancing and mystical Madain songs, soothing drones, sacred ageless sounds, music of an oud, the tar, the gimbri, or a flute, mesmerized by balafons, Afro-Indian jazz, and the rebellious fury of rye. You opened my eyes, jumped all in my face, made me see the desert is a mama and she never sleeps. And then the music stopped, and you were gone. Even the whirling sand dervishes stopped dancing, laughing at the pitiful arrogance of all the no-listening listeners, limitations, magical, musical incantations, laughing in the ignorant shadows of some imaginary free market junk food selling oasis, laughing at all the greed and conceit and overinflated fantasies of long since deflated imaginations, and you split. Straight up disappeared, gone, 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 left us wide, left us empty, empty wanting more, as the scent of night-blooming jasmine flowers and black orchids followed the unspoken promises right out the door. Nothing left of you. Not even a dream, just a little tiny pile of sand in the middle of the floor, and an amazing snapshot inscribed in my mind of waving sands, the ages of sages alive in my hands and your hands, the vast, proud, ever-changing beauty of this living land, majestic land, your never-sleeping desert, mother of Shahrazad's brilliant wit and the poetic peace of Gibran. I can see it in the essence and elegance of you, the desert of you that always comes alive every time I think about the blackness of your eyes. Thank you. Those of you who don't know anything beyond that Oakland that you drive through on that bar train and see that place that looks like it's bombed out, that used to be one of the, what can I say, the place to be in Northern California. People would jump ship to party in West Oakland. In a 3-block radius, there were 7 major clubs that several of the greatest groups in this country have worked at. Everybody from Sarah Vaughan, Mongo Santa Maria, Tito Puente, every blues group on planet Earth. So this is called Oaktown Blue, and hopefully it'll take you there. They came on foot, by car, riding hope, on horseback, by train, on the plane. They came wearing faith. Pockets full of dream, running from cotton fields and chopping cane. They came running, knowing better was waiting. Carrying their whole lives in paper bags, carrying guitars on their back, sacks full of tall tales and blue songs of a home they knew they'd always miss, but swore they'd never go back to. They came by ship, discharged scars, wounds no time could heal, released from military hospitals on West Coast shores they'd never even seen. Battle fatigue, confused, feeling used, and they came in droves from the war, shell-shocked and tired and looking for a home, and when they didn't find it, they built it. On any night in West Oakland, you might run into migrant workers straight out the cotton fields of Georgia, strutting their stuff and partying and bumping and grinding alongside armies of ditch diggers, tradespeople, and unemployed PhDs who were never told they were unemployable. Saints and sinners from Texas and Mississippi, from Arkansas, Virginia, Maryland, the Carolinas, and even the West Indies, all dancing away their rage. A rage and sadness hidden behind memories of clouds of cotton and buried beneath too many mountains of sugar cane and tobacco leaves. A frustrated fury, gladly forgotten and left behind to rot in deserted plantation fields, and you could hear the relief in the clubs as Big Mama Thornton took her crown and gave Oakland everything. Everything. Woman gave us everything. Everything she wasn't allowed to give in the South. Johnny Lee Hooker brought the boogie out the Delta, and Bob Giddens, Ivy Joe Hunt, and Charles Brown gave us smooth. You could go right down the street and get yourself some of Beverly Stovall, Sonny Rhodes, Jimmy McCracklin, J.J. Malone, or the sophisticated sweetness of Jimmy Witherspoon, or the raw passion in L. Seagood Rock and Robinson's blues violin, or get your insides ripped out and put back together again as Edda James and Sugar Pie DeSanto tore the roof off the house. The blues didn't just slip into the Bay Areas like a cloudburst. The blues came in waves, powerful waves, waves as subtle as a tidal wave and as painlessly as a pregnant woman in hard labor. The blues came in oversized, raggedy overalls, sometimes sport in evening gowns and 3-piece suits. It came furious, luxuriant, jubilant, overworked, and underpaid, running from the Klan, holding on to everything they had, while others just looking for something just to hold on to. The blues came west looking for freedom land, L.A., Sacramento, and San Francisco, that big city thing. L.A., I'm sorry, past that already. Folks rocked in Russell City. Vallejo had it seen. Richmond had a kind of smooth, Chi-Town sounding thing. But if you wanted a gut-wrenching, soul-taking, down-home blues, you know, the kind of blues, the kind of the blues that your church and your mama both warned you about. I said, the kind of blues that made your hair stand on it and snatch you out of chairs, made you shout, jump, and act a fool, and dance that good old makes you want to holler kind of blues. You have to come to Oakland. I said, Oakland. Oakland, the blues mecca of the West Coast. Scene was as wild and sophisticated as you were. Every day, place was a different personality, and every night was party night where you could romance and grind and whine and cry about what you didn't have, or brag and be loud and proud and show off everything you did have, and talk about everything you wanted to be at Slim Jenkins Club, Esther's Orbits, where Ruthie's Inn, or Eli's Mile High. Every night in exorcism where another demon was put to rest, where you were free to be real or be downright nasty. You could show your stuff to your wet with sweat at the Rum Boogie, Christie's Grill, the Palladium Club, and all the nameless hidden around the clock juke joints, and the blues came down like rain, fell down on everything, fell down on Oakland, where blues was king, and then they came. I said they came and knocked down the cafes. They came and tore up 7th Street. They came and closed the clubs. They promised jobs and schools to uplift and save. Then they took the hood and left a wasteland full of restless spirits, ghosts, ghosts, ghosts running loose, with plenty of reasons to sing the blues. But when everyone else goes to sleep, you can still hear them. J.C. Burris, Dottie Ivory, Easy Hill, Mississippi Johnny Waters, hear them singing their sounds, written all over every building that seeps up out of the ground. You walk on and it's yours. Little Johnny Taylor, Little Johnny Hartzman, Percy Mayfield, listen. I say, listen, they tried to free you, they tried to heal you with their blues so strong, even Willie Bobo is singing Never Go Back to Georgia. Buddy Ace, Cool Papa Sadler, Brownie McGee, Lowell Folsom will always be here. They refuse to disappear, nothing can stop it. Gentrifiers can't block it. The same folks that dance from the blues scene into the mumbo sessions and back again at the California Hotel now run the Dorsey's Lock of Bluesville, Sweet Jimmy's and the Fifth Amendment. The same people and the children are bringing in the new Queen Ida Kames, two-stepping out the bayou, leading the Zydeco Parade and Sugar Pie DeSanto and John the Hook and Never Grow Old. And still right on top of our totem pole, there's Lady Bianca and Jesse James, E.C. Scott and Al Vaughn, Sister Monica, Bobby Webb and Gwen Avery, Little Frankie Lee and Billy Dunn, Wiley Trash, Faye Carroll, Willie G, Frankie Kelly, Johnny Talbot, and Ronnie Stewart, leading the caravan of all-stars into tomorrow. It's in the air we breathe, and it just keeps on coming and 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 coming, and nothing and nobody can stop it. Other folks keep their big heads stuck way up in the clouds, but when it all comes back down to earth, the prize is ours, and it's our jewel, and it's still coming down. Oaktown Blue. Obligado in Argentina, or navel to navel in Argentina. Yo recuerdo la danza mística y la música sensual y el sabor a cuerpo sudoroso, el ambiente de nuestro orgullo arrogante, creatividad completa desenfrenado, fuimos guapachosos, bailadores negros, celebrándonos en templos del solar. Yo, recordando los días dietáticos, bailando contigo, libre y auténtico, una clave de nadie, tú y yo, una pareja conectada eternamente, bailando obligado, un exorcismo a pesar de una sombra de la clavitud, coronada de una libertad inconquistada, bailando adueñarse de fiebre apasionada, frenéticamente, pero suave y sin vergüenza. Remembering those faraway days like a flood of memories and a waterfall of truth memories, tearing up the silence of historical lies, unforgettable days that haunt me, echoes of painful sadnesses. I remember those bloody days in our Africanizing nights in secret sanctuaries, undercover happiness, forbidden joy, dancing navel to navel, dancing in safe havens covered with tears. I remember the dusty, muddy dirt of our dance floors and the price we paid for the right to dance. I remember those magical nights full of stars, nights completely drunk on dance, sacred memories of an unforgettable legacy. You and I, you and I, you and I, te recuerdo, tú estos días, bailando como locos en los callejones, discípulos atrevidos de la iglesia de bailando obligado. A pesar de la fantasma y diablada de la esclavitud, bailando contigo y tu espíritu inmortal, tú y yo. Fuimos uno, un cuerpo, un corazón, un alma inseparable, tú y yo, purificándonos en la luna, una pareja inconquistada, juntos en espíritu para siempre jamás. Bailando y bailando y bailando y bailando y bailando, obligado, en Argentina. If you want to read the whole poem, get the book. Thank you for your ears. And thank you. And MK, I got to talk bad about you. I should have known about this. Neither she nor Tomas told me about this. So it's their fault that I wasn't here. So please give me all I need, the directions and everything. I put it on the website today. Thank you for having me.